All right. So far, so good. All right. Good morning, everybody. Nice. I'm going to open the chat here so you can pop in and say hello. Nice to see you all here on what is in our neck of the woods at the moment, a really pretty Friday morning. Let me see if I can get a more friendly angle. There we go. And let me get my glasses. I put them here somewhere so I can read the chat. Okay. Oh, and welcome to Sonia, who is tuned and ready. Marilyn is here. Welcome, welcome. Remember that, I'm always happy to get your comments and your greetings, but in the drop-down box where you enter your comments, if you click the box that says all panelists and attendees, then everybody will see your comment, which is helpful. Darlene says hi. Hi, Darlene. And hello, Maris. And Lisa's here. May have to leave the party early. Oh, back to work at 11. Well, I think we're probably, I don't think this will take us all that long, but we'll see. Okay, and hello from Carol. Hi, Carol. Message for you, Carol. The download that you wanted on the Gold Circle website is fixed, so you can check that out and let me know if it's there or not, because I think we fixed it. Priscilla's here from Pittsburgh. Hey, Priscilla, how are you this morning? Is it nice in Pittsburgh? I mean, I'm in central Pennsylvania here, so I'm about 3 hours away from you, and we're still okay here. It's not raining yet. Linda's in Georgia. Welcome, Linda. This is great. Okay. And let's see. So typing into the chat is good. If you, it's beautiful here, says Priscilla. Great. Shannon's here in Toronto. Oh, welcome, welcome. Linda from North Bethesda is here. Excellent. And oh, from Texas. This is good. Maybe this is Susan. I can't, the name didn't, sometimes it doesn't always come through. So nice morning there, huh? Okay, great. Well, welcome to all of you. We will get started. You should have the warm-up pattern number 5 in front of you, which is great. And hello from Massachusetts, says Trisha. I could have guessed. I didn't have to look to see that was Trisha. Okay. And we've got Vermont on a lovely spring day. And this is from Susan. Hello. So nice. Lovely spring days have been few at the moment. I know we'll get them, but oh my goodness, it's been late coming. So warm-up pattern number 5. Before we get started on this, let's just, oh, and Deb's here. Wonderful. So we're in E minor for our warm-up this morning. So we're going to do maybe just a little bit. Why don't you put your hands, 4th finger on the E above middle C, and then F, G, A, just to play your fingers one at a time, nice and lightly, loosely. Stay relaxed. Check your posture. Check that your feet are on the floor. Breathe. Oh, breathe that nice spring air if you've got it. My window's open here, which is great. And then maybe some 3rd finger. Oh, goodness. My 3rd finger can play with a better sound. There it is. It got carried away this morning. There we go. Nice. Maybe some 2nd finger. I really haven't played yet this morning, so this little bit of just slow warming up my fingers is really good for me, and it's good for you too. Now I'm going to put my fingers back on, and I'm going to play my thumb, making sure my thumb closes all the way over to my 2nd finger knuckle. There we go. A little bit more sound. There we are. And then maybe just once up and then down. Replace and go back down. Okay, I wouldn't say I'm warmed up yet, but I'm getting ready to go. I'm going to do the same thing with left hand an octave lower, and I invite you to join me on the E. Just some 4th finger. Once again, sit straight. Be sure your shoulders are down, right? You're sitting straight, nice and, oh, itchy nose. Nice and relaxed. Be sure your 5th finger closes along with your 4th finger. You don't want it sticking out like that. Oh, I can't even do that anymore. Close it in. Okay, good. And then maybe a 3rd finger. Okay, make sure that you're still relaxed. And 2nd finger. close it all the way into your hand. Try to replace neatly so you don't buzz. Other fingers back on and play that thumb. And then maybe just once up and down. Oops. I had a buzz on that replacing, so I think I'm going to do that one more time. Up and down one more time. There we go. Oh, it was better. Still wasn't perfect, but it was better. Okay, now, in this warm-up pattern, the placing is going to be really important. We do have a twist for it as well, but the warm-up by itself is kind of nice. It's divided into two halves, and actually the two halves are identical, just the hands are reversed. So one of them, the right hand has the eighth notes and the left hand has the accompaniment, and then the second half, the left hand has the eighth notes, the right hand has the quarter and half notes, and they're the same notes, just reversed. So, okay, so let's look at the right hand to start with by itself. What's important about this? Oops, starts on 4. 2-1 and 2-1, then 3-2-4 at the end of this measure, and at the end of most of the measures in this. So it's that 3-2-4. Now you can place this a couple of different ways, and each is good. Each is good for you. For instance, you could place all 3 fingers and then just play 3-2-4, or you could place 1 finger at a time. So placing here the 3, then the 2, and then the 4. Or you could do sort of a hybrid thing where you place just the 3rd finger and then 2 and 4 together. So the placing itself, all of those have value. So there's not one right way to place this. It would depend on if you were doing this in a real piece of music, it would depend on the circumstance, which you might do. If it were faster, you might want all those notes on at once. If it were slower, you might just do 1 note at a time. And 1 note at a time is probably what I am going to concentrate on today. Let me just check here because this is, all right. Oops, I missed hearing from Kay and Issaquah. Hey there, Kay, how are you? I'm so glad you're here. Good, nice to see you again. So it's early out in Issaquah, isn't it? Okay, and you're here anyway, love it. All right, so let's take a look at this whole right hand, shall we? All right, oops, starts on 4. Do notice that in measures 5 and 6, the pattern is a little bit different, fingering wise at the end of the measure. So just be aware of that. And let's do just the right hand at that slow tempo. Remember, we're warming up, right? So about that 8th note speed. Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3. Here's that same fingering again. 3, 2, 4, right? 3, 4, going on to the next line. 1, 2. Now watch this. Going down. 4 and 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, so that second line has some different fingering in it, right? So in bars 5 and 6, when you get to the end of the measure, I would place all those notes at once. I would place all of those so that they're all right there under your hand. And then in the next to last measure, I'd use my 2nd finger on the B and I'd use my 3rd finger on the G. I probably should have marked that for you. And then 4, 2, 1. I'm going to mark it in my part now so I remember to do it. So 3rd finger on the G in bar 7. And I'm going to mark it in the left-hand version too. So I remember to do that. Okay. All right. So shall we do that again? Give your fingers another shot at it. All right. From the beginning, just right hand. Okay. Same speed. Ready, go. Stay relaxed. Feet on the floor. Shoulders down. Your back nice and straight. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Watch this D here. 1, 2, 3. Now place all the way down. 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay. Now that's right hand. We're going to skip down now to measure 9, the second half, and we'll give left hand its shot at this very same pattern. Okay. So starting in bar 9, left hand, same tempo, same thing. Sit up straight, breathe that nice spring air, assuming you have some to breathe. So, I mean, you have air to breathe, obviously, and you have spring air if you're in this hemisphere, but what your air is like. Mine's really thick and muggy today. It's nice and it's sunshiny, but okay, here we are. Bar 9, left hand. You ready? Ready, go. 4. Close your fingers. Keep your shoulder down. 4, 1. Okay. Make sure you're sitting straight. Let's go back and let's do that again. Okay, left hand, ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, let's take a little break before we go back and do this hands together. Are there any questions about this so far? Questions about fingering? Questions about placing? Questions about notes? Any of that stuff? Because I'll take questions if you've got them before we go on. Oh, I see hello from Nancy. Hi there, Nancy. So we'll take those questions and then we'll get ready to go on. Okay. So let's see here. You ready? Okay. Is everything connected? Yes, Jennifer, everything is connected. So you shouldn't be coming off at all in between those measures. So from now the hand that's doing the quarter notes and the half notes, that does not have to be connected. So as we get to that other line, probably would connect it this way, from the fourth beat to the first beat. I'd probably do that, and we'll go over that. But so the other hand is not connected, but for the eighth notes, yes, everything is connected. My left hand, Shannon says, my left hand has a mind of its own. Haha. Yes, well, sometimes they do. And you know what can be helpful for that is actually having your left hand play with your right hand and having your left hand learn a little bit from your right hand can be very helpful, as long as you don't let your left hand slack off at the same time. It has to hold, you know, it has to pull its weight, as it were, but it can be very helpful to do that hands together. Okay, so let's look, before we do this hands together, let's take a look just at the left hand notes for that first half. So these are the quarter notes and the half notes. Fingering is not so essential, and I already mentioned that you're not going to connect all of this. The fingering that you use, the amount of connecting you do, would depend on how fast you were playing this. We're doing a nice warm-up tempo, so it's slow, so you know it's not quite as critical, but we'll follow the general rule of placing, which is if you have a long note like these half notes, lift. And the second rule of placing, which is to connect across the bar line. Both of these rules are have numerous exceptions, but they're pretty good. So let's just take a look at those left-hand notes once. Okay, we'll go faster for the moment. We'll come back to the slower tempo. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. There you go. Not so much to do, right? Okay, so let's go right ahead and let's do those measures, hands together, and we'll go about this tempo. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, maybe that's too fast, huh? Maybe the tempo we were doing before. 1, 2. Yeah, I think so. All right, I think so. Slow is always good for a warm-up. Okay, 2 and 3 and ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. All right, let's go back and let's do it again right away. Okay, ready? Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Whoops, one. Made a noise. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. There you go. 2, 3, 4. Okay. Now, let's look at the next half, the second half here. Right hand has the slow notes, left hand has the faster notes. Okay, ready? We're going to do this one hands together. 3 and ready, go. 1, 2, 3, we'll do it again. Feels very different this way, doesn't it? It feels real different. Okay, again, ready? Ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. Okay, all right. Now, catch your breath because we're going to put in our twist. Remember, these are warm-ups with a twist, and I have one for you today. And our twist is going to be that we're going to work at some note reading practice along with this warm-up. So what we're going to do, first of all, is go back to the beginning where the right hand plays, and we're going to play the right hand, and at the same time, name the notes that the right hand is playing. So just to give you a demonstration here, it's going to go this way. E, B, A, B, G, B, F, G, E. You don't have to worry about saying the F sharp. We understand that it's an F sharp and it just gets too cumbersome, but we're going to say the names of the notes while we play them. Okay, and if you're ambitious, you can sing the names of the notes too. E, B, A, B, G, B. I won't subject you to any more of my singing, but nobody can hear you. And it's even better for you if you do it. I do this all the time in my own practice. As I said, I won't do that for you today, but I sing my notes all the time. So here we are. You ready? From the beginning, just right. You don't have to play your left hand. Just right hand, saying the names of the notes. Ready? Go. E, B, A, B, G, B, F, G, E, B, A, B, G, B, F, G, E, C, A, C, G, C, F, G, E, C, A, C, G, C, F, G, D, D, A, D, G, D, A, F, D, D, A, D, G, D, A, F, E, E, B, E, G, E, F, D, E. Okay, very good. And we'll take a second time through with that, won't we? Okay, second time through, ready, go. E, B, A, B, G, B, F, G, E, B, A, B, G, B, F, G, E, C, A, C, G, C, F, G, E, C, A, C, G, C, F, G, D, D, A, D, G, D, A, F, D, D, A, D, G, D, A, F, E, E, B, E, G, E, F, D, E. Okay, good. Now, why is it helpful to say the names of the notes? Well, guess what? This will improve the speed of your note reading. The more you know about those little dots on the page, the more you associate the dot on the page with the string that you're playing, the easier it is to sight read anything, the faster it is to learn anything. So your sight reading is better, your music learning speed is faster, your memorization is more secure because the notes have names. I mean, it's only polite after all, right? I have a name, you have a name, the note has a name. You might as well do that. And you don't just have to take my word for it. This is why in many countries around the world, just probably, well, not, you know, not here generally, but children are taught to read music, to sing music, and to read and sing the note names before they ever get to an instrument. It makes their musicianship the foundation for all their music studies. And of course, we Americans particularly, we're all about cut to the chase, right? We're all about, oh, I want to play this instrument, get me playing this instrument. So you don't necessarily come to the instrument with the strongest musical background. So this is a good way to do that. You will find that it's incredibly, incredibly helpful. Now let me see what Arlene says. I like that tip, particularly when playing in slower tempos as in warm-ups. Well, yes, it's a great way to practice your skill. Now, all right, let's do the same measures from the top, but we're going to do the left-hand notes. And we'll do the left hand faster so that we're not holding those notes for so long. But let's just review those left-hand notes, right? And we'll say the names of them. Okay, so this is bass clef from the beginning. 2, 3, 4. E, B, B, E, B, B, C, G, G, C, G, G, D, C, C, D, C, C, E, B, B, E. Okay. Now, if you've ever had trouble reading bass clef, or if your bass clef reading is still slow, think how this will help it, right? Let's go back, do it again. All right, again. Ready? Go. E, B, B, E, B, B, C, G, G, C, G, G, D, C, C, D, C, E, 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 E. There you go. All right. That's sort of your level 2, right? Level 1 was just playing the notes. Oops. Okay, level 2 was saying the names of the notes. Now we're going to go to level bazillion. Okay, it's really only level 3, but it's going to feel very different. What we're going to do is play the right hand and say those left hand notes. So we'll be playing the right hand and we'll be saying E, B. We're not going to play it, just say it. B, E, B. Okay, you ready to try this? All right, here we go. So you're going to play the right hand, say the left hand. 2 and 3 and ready, go. E, B, B, E, B, B, C, G, G, C, G, G, D, C, C, D, C, C, E, B, B, E. Very good. Guess what? Now we switch. You're going to play the left hand and say the right hand. Okay? Same measures. Play the left hand and say the right hand. 3 and, whoops, okay, we're playing the left hand, saying the right hand. Okay, 2 and 3 and ready, go. E, B, A, B, G, B, F, G, E, B, A, B, G, B, F, G, C, E, C, A, C, G, C, F, G, E, C, A, C, G, C, F, G, D, D, A, G, D, A, F, E, E, B, E, G, E, F, D, E. Well, I'll tell you, apparently I could use another one of those. I sort of drifted off there in the middle and said wrong names. So let's do it one more time, huh? Same thing, playing the left hand, saying the right hand. Okay, ready, go. E, B, A, B, G, B, F, G, E, B, A, B, G, B, F, G, E, C, A, C, G, C, F, G, E, C, A, C, G, C, F, G, D, D, A, D, G, D, A, F, D, D, A, D, G, D, A, F, E, E, B, E, G, E, F, D, E. There you go. Okay, it's funny, I got distracted. I'm listening to the birds right outside my window singing along. They sing much better than I do. Now, what is this? Shannon says, wow, right brain, left brain. Well, yes. And this, by the way, if you have a difficult passage you're trying to put two hands together, I call this the missing link technique, because you're not actually fighting with the fingering and playing one hand, but you are doing both lines at once, using your reading skills for both lines at once. So it's a bridge between hands separately and hands together, and works very, very well like that. Now, of course, if you were to go on from here, the next thing would be to do the same thing with measures 9 to the end, and do the same reading and saying and playing kind of thing. But we're not going to do that right now. What we are going to do is just play through both of these one more time, and just play them. We'll play them just a little bit faster now that we're warmed up. You don't have to say anything this time. Isn't that nice? You don't have to say anything. So here we go. Let's do about yum bum, about this speed. Okay. All right. So the first half of this, just playing hands together. 2 and 3 and ready, go. 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. There you go. That's kind of nice, isn't it? All right, now we're going to go back and we will do, or not go back, we'll go on from measure 9 to the end. Same thing. We'll just play. So this is in measure 9, and we'll just play, no saying or playing, just play both hands. All right, 2 and 3 and ready, go. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1. I actually like the second half better, I think. I think it, I don't know, feels pretty to me today. I don't know. Okay, well, now that's all the playing I'm going to do, but I will be happy to take a few minutes and answer some questions. You can just type them all in the chat and we'll get to them. Let's see, somebody, oh, Anne typed a question in the Q&A, which seems logical, but I just don't see it. What would be a good tempo for this warm-up? Well, Anne, it depends on what you're trying to do with it. The tempo we just played was, I'm guessing, and I'll see in a second, look at my trusty metronome. The tempo we just played was about 50 to the quarter note. That was what we just played. I think that what we started at was probably, I'm guessing about 80 to started when we started working today. Let me see. Yeah. So about 80 to the 8th was where we started. And so as a beginner, you know, as a like first thing in the day warm up, 80 to the 8th is a pretty good tempo to start. But certainly for playing it, once you've been going for a minute or two, it's, you know, that 50 to the quarter note tempo works pretty well. So I might do that. I might do it, you know, at that 80 to the 8th, just as a real first time look. Does that help? It's hard to know, you know, it's hard to know what a good tempo is. And truthfully, some days just, you know, your hands feel better than others, right? So some days your best, you know, the tempo you might want to start with is quite slow. Just looking at how all your fingers are moving and being very deliberate with how they move. Other days, your fingers might feel pretty flexible and you're ready to just sort of make it nice and relaxed, but a little bit faster. So there's no one tempo you need to stick to. In fact, a range of tempo is probably helpful. But those are the tempos we use today. So, okay, let's see. Sharon says, would it also be helpful to sing the solfege syllables? Well, yes, which is actually what I do. Oh, Nancy says that helps. Okay, yeah, so I do the solfege syllables, but then that's how I was trained. So I would be singing mi, si, la, si, sol, si, fa, sol, mi, si, la, si, sol, si, fa, sol, do. Oh gosh, I'm like tongue-tied today. Mi, do, la, do, sol, do, fa, sol, mi, do, la, do, sol, do, fa, sol, re, re, la, re. So that's what I would be doing. And that is how I learn my music. I mean, when I'm, you know, practicing a tricky passage or memorizing something, I learn it by solfege syllables, but that's because that's what I learned. So, but note names, the letter names work just as well. Mary says, this exercise helps one to stay focused. Well, yes, it does. And it's not just the focus, Mary. I mean, the focus is really important, but I think what it does is it helps you learn to read ahead and read methodically. And I think the speaking part of it, or singing if you're comfortable with singing, but the speaking part of it, we're used to reading aloud, right? I mean, if you can read aloud from a book, your eyes and your word comprehension, you know, all that stuff, you already know how to track that so that it comes out evenly. And, you know, I mean, it's been a long time since you had to read the cat, right? I mean, we know how to read. And so we've learned over the years how to track our reading. So I think that one of the things this does is it allows you to use that verbal kind of word skill to keep your reading process even. And so that, of course, if you have any holes in your fluency with the letter names, just, you know, getting which line and space is which, or if you're tongue-tied like me today anyway, then you're going to, you know, you're going to have more of an issue with it. But that verbalization helps you track in a really logical, consistent way, which is why it helps so much for hands together playing. So, and absolutely focus is a part of that. Okay, any other questions for today before we call it a day? Is something totally different lined up for next week. So something totally different, and we'll you know, get that posted in time for you to, you know, to have it available. So we'll be totally different there. And I will look forward. Oh, thank you very much, says Trisha. Oh, it says Linda. Sorry, I shouldn't be doing this without my glasses. Okay, whoops. Here's another comment. Jennifer says, on a related topic for the scale of success, growing. Yes, growing reading drills. Jennifer is one of our My Harp Mastery members. So she's talking about, ooh, that was loud. So sorry, the door slammed. So she's talking about the scale of success, and she's talking about the My Harp Mastery stuff. So she says, reading drills involve one note each 4-note chord chords created instant improvement in my playing of the 4-note chords. I was shocked by how effective it was. Yep, it just brings that, to get back to what Mary said, it brings that focus to it. It's a very similar drill. Such a pretty exercise, said Sharon. Thank you. Oh, you're very welcome. Kathy, hi Kathy. She said, do you use the Solfege system, movable do? Oh, never. Always fixed do system. Always fixed do. Movable do is not helpful for most things. So always fixed do. Linda says you addressed my 3 major difficulties. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Well, you're welcome. I'm not sure what they were, but I'm so glad that we got to them. Excellent. Darlene says, thank you. You are very welcome, Darlene. And Lisa says, thank you. Off to work. Yep. Enjoy your work, Lisa. I'm glad you could be here. And Carol says, thank you. Gold circle link was there and worked. Oh, excellent. Okay. So Carol, I'm glad we got that there for you. Perfect. Okay. So thank you all for being here. As I said, something totally different for next week. And Nancy says, what? New challenge for this week. You're welcome. Shannon says, I can certainly put all of these tips into my practicing. Yes, absolutely. That's what we hope you do. Okay, great. I will look forward to seeing you all next week. Have a wonderful week until then. And we'll talk to you all soon. Okay, bye.